Analysis machine. Are you there?
Ready and waiting.
Pull case file number 8.
Accessing file.
Authorization phrase is required. Authorization phrase, believe it.
Access granted.
If you believe it.
Naruto, believe it.
Hey guys, this is D Reaper, and today we're going to talk about one of Naruto's most iconic catchphrases. Now, Naruto has many memorable lines. Multi-Shadow Clone Jutsu, Rasengan, I'm gonna be Hokage, and so on. One of his most recognized, and likely the most polarizing catchphrase.
Believe it.
Some people love it, and a lot of people hate it. Your friendly neighborhood Reaper is actually in the former category. And today I'm going to explain to you why I believe it is Naruto's best catchphrase. So, as usual, let's start by getting some facts on the table. Analysis machine. How many times do they use the phrase believe it in Naruto?
251 times.
Jeez, no wonder people got tired of it. Well, I guess he did used to use it to punctuate his sentences.
This original phrase is Bio and does not translate into English. Discrepancies might arise based on translation.
Ah, good point. Data Bayo is essentially a quirk. No, not that kind. It's a way of speaking that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Or you could say that it's open to interpretation. It's not exactly uncommon to have characters with eccentric ways of speaking. That kind of sets them apart. And in some cultures, these verbal cues can communicate how somebody grew up, or where exactly they're from. But for our purposes today, the most important takeaway is that Data Bayo is essentially gibberish, and the translators could have chosen any word in the English language in order to fill the gaps in Naruto's speech. So, knowing that, why do I believe that the phrase believe it fits Naruto so well? Well, for starters, let's look at Naruto's situation and personality. Imagine if everything you said was so outrageous, so absolutely unbelievable, that every time you open your mouth, you have to remind everyone around you that you're being serious. Let's give an example. Let's say I'm a traveling public speaker. Whenever I travel to a new area, I open up my speech with, "Hello, my name is D Reaper and I'm from Neptune. Yes, I am serious, and no, I'm not crazy." For this example, the speech I'm giving is likely modified because of the reactions I get from my audience. At some point, the immediate reaction to my introduction becomes so predictable that I graft an explanation into my introduction to save time. This is Naruto's reality. Naruto is very outspoken, and one of the things Naruto can't go 5 minutes without mentioning is his dream of becoming Hokage.
My future dream is to be the greatest Hokage.
That's pretty outlandish as is, given his standing with the village and his track record of being a failure. But it doesn't end there. Naruto frequently calls out stronger opponents to battle. He makes outlandish claims like he's going to master a genius level jutsu in mere days, and that he'll even change the structure of the entire world based on his ideals. In a way, believe it can be seen as a preemptive response to doubt. As in, I know what I just said sounds crazy, but I'm completely serious. Or, in Naruto's case, I know what I said sounds crazy, but believe it. Now, there are a few important factors we need to acknowledge before we break things down any further. One of which is that outlandish claims are not uncommon for a child. Kids say the darndest things after all. I'm pretty sure you can recall making some pretty outlandish claims when you were younger. Maybe you said you were going to marry your favorite actor or actress, or that you were going to become the world's best athlete. Maybe you said you were going to be a superhero when you grew up, or that you were going to ride a rocket ship to the moon. In many such cases, adults, whether it be parents or teachers, will likely smile, nod, pat your head, and send you on your way, sheltering you from the harsh realities of the world. Naruto didn't have that, and it was more than just being alone. He was openly hated and ostracized. When Naruto told people about his dream, They openly ridiculed him for having the audacity. Some even went as far as to directly oppose him, saying things along the lines of, "We'd never let an abomination like you become Hokage." In this respect, as well as many others, Naruto is forced to grow up very fast. He knows that there are no shortcuts to becoming Hokage, and he understands that the road ahead will be a grievous one, overflowing with challenges, setbacks, and hardships. Furthermore, he knows his dream and his attitude towards that dream being attainable will surely offend some people, but he doesn't care. Because in truth, he can't afford to. I'll come back to this in just a second, but first let's look at the fight between Naruto and Neji in the Chunin exams. If you've seen this episode, or at least watched some clips, then you know that this is as much a clash of ideals as it is a clash of fists. Neji has a lot of memorable lines here.
You thought you could be Hokage? It's absurd. Only a fool wastes his time trying to become something he can never be.
Who are you to judge what a person can or can't be?
Do you think anyone can be Hokage? It's not something you become merely by trying to become it.
And in truth, nothing Neji said was actually false. This is the unfortunate reality of the world. Many people have fought their heart out and failed, died before achieving their goals, and been crushed by the weight that they or someone else placed on their shoulders. Neji is a realist, and it's not an unhealthy way to be. Approaching a challenge with a sense of practicality can make all the difference in the long run. I know many agree wholeheartedly with Neji and his belief that Naruto is being naive, but I have to disagree. Naruto's attitude can't come from naivete. He's already been beaten down too thoroughly to be enthralled by starry-eyed dreaming. It's Naruto's grit, gutsiness, and determination that drives him towards his dream. As many positive things as Naruto has going for him character-wise, I think we can all agree that he's not exactly the brightest banana in the bunch. Of course, he's not going to be able to articulate a response to Neji's well-composed logic.
If you really believe it, why are you the one walking away?
He actually subverts the question altogether and instead calls Neji on his hypocrisy. After all, by Neji's own logic, he should have forfeited his match against Hinata, as she was part of the superior braves. Okay, so far we have believe it as a pre-programmed response to people's questions, as well as a rebuke for those who would openly cast doubt. And lastly, and likely most importantly of all, I think Naruto says believe it for himself. Naruto often puts on a brave face. Because of this, it can be easy to dismiss the effect of the constant negativity, loneliness, and lack of consistent support Naruto has to deal with. Naruto doesn't have a lot of people in his corner, so I think he made the decision to be his own support line. He gives himself encouragement by reminding himself to constantly believe. This makes a lot of sense because oftentimes we see Naruto say believe it when nobody's around to hear him, so we know it's not just bravado. We even have examples of Naruto using believe it when he's talking to himself. I think the best example of this is when Naruto was taking the written portion of the Chunin exams. Here, Naruto is way out of his depth. He's experiencing some serious self-doubts, and his dream is under attack. Here we see Naruto desperately fighting to hold on to the spirit of his dream in spite of this. A dream without belief will never be more than just a dream, and I think Naruto recognizes it. If you dabble in the realm of mental health, then you know that positive self-talk is a very powerful tool you can utilize for grounding, stability, building confidence, and many other uses. This is exactly what Naruto is doing here. He's rebuking his doubts and reminding himself how important it is for he to believe in his dream. So we can conclude that Naruto doesn't just use believe it to fight off other people's doubts. He uses them to combat his own. We can actually learn a lot from Naruto's example. When are we gonna start using believe it in our own lives? I'm gonna get in shape this year, believe it. I'm gonna pass that calculus exam, believe it. I'm gonna finish that book I've been writing, believe it. I'm gonna start my own YouTube channel, believe it. My next song is gonna be the best one yet, believe it. But remember, believing means more than just kicking your feet up and hoping for the best. Belief without action is dead after all. Believing often means going against the grain. Believing means ignoring the haters, or shutting them down when necessary. believing means persevering, even when things get ugly. To believe means to put your trust in something, whether it be in yourself or in the hope for a brighter tomorrow. And if it happens to be the former, then it might be necessary to edify yourself into someone who is capable of safeguarding that belief. But Reaper can go on about such things. Getting back to the point at hand, I really do believe that the catchphrase "believe it" fits the character Naruto like a glove. It's a bit odd when you think about it. It was a phrase that was ultimately meant to mean nothing, but in the mouth of the right character, it can mean everything. Hey guys, thanks for making it to the end card. Got a bonus challenge for you guys today. Guess how many times we use "believe it" in this episode? We'll pin the first correct number in the comments. And hey, if you made it this far, might as well like, comment, and subscribe. According to the analysis machine, it makes a big difference. And with that, my name is D Reaper, and I'm a YouTuber for fun. Today's challenge, think positive. Good luck, and I'll see you all in the next one. Believe it.